I have an urgent warning for all crypto traders and investors and Bitcoin holders and lovers as we approach a very key moment for not just the crypto markets, but the traditional market as well. It's a historical event, honestly, coming up later this week. The Fed is set to cut the interest rate. We are going to see potentially, and this is changing day by day, we're at a 50-50 chance that the Fed is going to cut the rates by either 0.25% or 0.5%. Just a week ago, it was like a 70 or 80% chance that it was only going to be 0.25 because we got data coming out. That's changed. It's a 50-50 shot. This is an urgent update because depending on which direction the Fed decides to go here, that is going to determine, in my opinion, what happens with the Bitcoin price and altcoins, and it could change things in a very big way depending on the outcome. Let's go through the situation here. What I think is likely going to happen during this meeting coming up this week. And welcome back to the Crypto Report, guys. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's hop right in. And if you just see what's going on lately, you know you've been tracking crypto likely if you're watching this video today. Bitcoin dipped all the way to $52,000 recently. It's back up to 59K. We've been trading sideways for about 200 days. Everybody's bored. And the fear and greed index is very, very low. Now, a lot of you guys also understand this. Historically speaking, September is a bearish month. The average price movement in September is negative 4%. But we are green in September because people are excited about the Fed rate cut. That is the reason I believe that we see Bitcoin pumping in September, because we know in just a short 3 days and 11 minutes, the Fed is set to cut the rates. It is a guarantee at this point, as close to a guarantee as you can get, that the Fed is going to cut the rates. But the big question is, how much are they going to cut the rates? And then obviously, what is that going to do to the price of Bitcoin? So if you take a peek at the likelihood and the odds percentages, recently, guys, the odds were at like an 80% chance of a 0.25% rate cut and like a 20% chance, 30% chance of a half a basis point. It's 50-50 now. That's crazy to me. Now, we did see some encouraging CPI data, some jobs data that allows the Fed to potentially have more runway to do a half a point rate cut. But there is something that we have to remain cautious of. It's hyperinflation. If the Fed cuts the rates too quickly, then we could risk reinstating some inflation problems. Hyperinflation's real. There's a good chance, I think, that the Fed only goes 0.25%. Half a basis point would be, the markets are excited for this. I think that if the Fed cuts the rates by half a point, we're going to just be so excited. Again, we risk hyperinflation, but I think markets are going to be hyped because they're like, who cares about hyperinflation? Let's pump these markets. Things are getting better. This is good news. This is relatively unexpected because for the last month, people weren't really anticipating the half a point. But now it's looking like that could happen. It could happen, right? And so if we do get a half a point, boom, party mode. Everybody's excited. I think the Bitcoin price is going to pump. I think we're going to see Bitcoin make a move. I'm going to go down to the daily candles here. We'll auto fit the data to the screen for you guys. I think Bitcoin's coming easily back up to $70,000. Could see some resistance here, however. Still. But maybe even we do take a new all-time high. Who knows? On this excitement over half a point. Woo! And then we're going to keep going and we're going to keep cutting rates. Everybody's excited. Here's my warning to everybody. The danger in that everybody's talking about a 50-50 shot now is everybody's getting their hopes up. Everybody's getting excited. Oh, we're going to do a half a point. We're going to get ready for a pump. Well, what if it's a 0.25% cut? That's going to set people up for disappointment. And that's probably going to cause a sell the news event. This is very possible. U.S. Fed interest rate cut might trigger a sell the news event. Even if we get a half a basis point, this is a possibility. Sell the news events are very real. Even if he cuts the rates by 0.5%, there's a chance that a narrative breaks out, that people start getting scared of hyperinflation, and then it was a bad move in the markets. I think it's more likely a bullish event if it's a half a point. But if it's not a half a point, and it's a 0.25% rate cut, then that is a real chance that they could cause a sell the news event. That's what happened last time. When the Fed did not cut the rates during the last FOMC meeting, Bitcoin sold off because people were disappointed that the Fed rate cuts weren't coming. So if the Fed rate cuts aren't enough, and people thought that we were going to get the 0.5%, and that's what's being priced in right now, and we don't get it, if we don't get, or excuse me, a 0.5%, if we don't get the 0.5%, and we only get 0.25%, then we could potentially see a sell the news event. And that is my big warning for the day. If we do see a sell the news event, my worst case scenario, I think 52K. I don't want to see us go lower than that. I don't think we're going to. Could we come down to 42 or 40? Maybe. I don't think so. I think those days are behind us. Personally, I could be wrong. I'm not a financial advisor. If it's a sell the news event, my target is somewhere down and maybe a wick a little bit lower, but a daily candle around to the $52,000 level. Worst case scenario, daily candle. I think that's my thought. But if we get the half a basis point and it turns out to be a pump, we could easily come back up to the top of this range. And hopefully then, then we're halfway through the month of September. We're already halfway through the month of September. And we're going into October. In October, you guys know it. It's historically bullish. Plus 22% gains on average in October. Plus 46% gains on average in November. Post-halving year is typically the most bullish period for Bitcoin. Post-halving Q4, most historically, the most bullish time for crypto and Bitcoin. Fed rate cuts, they're beginning, even if it's a 0.5% or if it's 0.25%, Fed rate cuts are coming. We're going to continue getting Fed rate cuts. That's at least the idea. That's historically bullish for crypto. Things are looking good, guys. I think anybody holding cryptocurrency right now and buying cryptocurrency looking for a move to the upside is going to be rewarded handsomely. That's my prediction. But urgent warning, if the Fed cuts the rates by 0.25%, be prepared for a potential sell the news event. Even if it's a 0.5 basis point, you could prepare for a sell the news event. But if it's a 0.5 point, I think we pump. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. That's all I got in this one, guys. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. DCA HODL. Do your own research, my friends. And until next time, 2 videos right here if you want to check them out. See you next time, y'all. Peace.